is CTV News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. The high winds of the last 2 days had an impact. This is video captured by Matt Vermette in Kingsville. The water of Lake Erie was pushed so far offshore by high winds, this shipwreck was exposed. Local shipwreck experts believes it's the remains of the Deming. It was found about 300 yards into the water in just 4 inches of water west of Lakeside Park. Vermette tells us by midday today, however, the water was back and the Deming was back underneath. And overnight, another ship got stuck in the Detroit River. Windsor Harbor Master Peter Barry says the Robert S. Pearson freighter ran aground Wednesday evening on the U.S. side. It's the same spot where the Right Honorable Paul J. Martin ship got stuck a few weeks ago. Barry says there was no mechanical issue with the vessel or its crew, just Mother Nature. They had it freed by noon today. And finally, Point Pelee National Park closed today because of downed trees throughout the park. Parks Canada staff were busy all day cutting up trees, limbs and branches and moving them off roads and trails. Wind gusts yesterday reached up to 90 kilometers per hour. Meantime, damage of a different kind to trees at Remington Booster Park. The city says 9 trees were snapped in half, 2 others uprooted in recent incidents of vandalism at the park. Forestry crews have removed the damaged trees and filled the areas with topsoil. They won't be replaced until the spring. The city plans to file a police report and is asking anyone who may have information about this to call 311 or contact Windsor Police. To Chatham now, where police are worried about a rise not in crime but in social disorder. CTV's Chris Campbell has the story.
I think the citizens are sort of reaching a boiling point.
Police say officers recently investigated an incident circulating on social media downtown and determined no criminal offense had occurred. According to police, more than 80% of downtown calls now involve social disorder, including homelessness, addiction, and mental health crises, not crime. But Michael Bondi says residents feel the impact every day.
People are fearful because a lot of people are, they act very, very spooky and strange. And, frankly, we're not really used to that here. Like, this isn't downtown Toronto. And it's been such an explosion of this problem here that we're off guard. This hasn't been gradual in Chatham. It's been like, bam, like in the last 18 months.
Bondi says while police continue to respond, the scale of the problem makes prevention difficult.
The police are doing their best. Like, frankly, I think the police are almost in containment mode. There's so many fires going on, literally, from time to time, that the police they can't prevent this. They're not outnumbered, but they can't stay on top of what's going on. In a statement, Police Chief Kirk Earley said, "We recognize that public safety is at the core of our community, and we want everyone to feel safe and welcome." Police say increased patrols are in place downtown, and officers are working with community partners to connect people in crisis with support. There's the vandalism and the crime, and the people burning fires. The other thing that really bothers people is that it seems like this element is completely lawless. Bondi says long-term solutions like shelters and supportive housing take years and millions of dollars, leaving few immediate options. Municipal council, our hands are sort of tied. It's all about funding. It's all about policing. So at the moment, it's out of control, and we don't know what to do about it. CTV News reached out to Chatham-Kent Police for an interview with the chief or a spokesperson, but officials were unavailable. Meantime, they're encouraging residents and business owners to continue reporting incidents, saying public safety is a shared responsibility. If there's a problem, call the police. That's what they're for. Obviously they're slightly overwhelmed by all this stuff, but their advice is to call them, and they'll do what they can.
Chris Campbell, CTV News.
Staying in Chatham, police have arrested a 34-year-old man following the successful conclusion of a drug investigation. This is what officers seized at a home on Riverview Drive: fentanyl, crack cocaine, a debt list, a sawed-off .22 rifle, and cash. The drugs have a street value of $21,000. And one final note on Chatham-Kent tonight. Council has signed off on the next budget. It includes a tax increase. Taxes are going to go up 4.63%. For homeowners homeowners, the increase works out to about $97 more a year for a home assessed at $100,000. The jump came after councillors voted to restore dust suppressant to the base budget to keep dirt under control on rural roads. Advocates call it a safety and crop protection issue, but it comes with a $1.46 million price tag. Ontario Works checks for December will be given out by hand amid ongoing uncertainty over the Canada Post dispute. If you have direct payment, nothing changes. Otherwise, you need to pick up your check tomorrow or Monday. In Windsor, that's downtown at City Hall. In Leamington, go to 33 Princess Street. They ask you call ahead to make sure the check is ready to be picked up, and don't forget your ID. In Windsor, unattended cooking once again gets the blame for a $100,000 house fire. The fire broke out here on Secord Avenue near Rankin yesterday night. Officials say unattended chicken grease on the stove sparked the fire. A neighbor saw the fire and knocked in the front door of the home. No one was hurt, but 2 people are displaced. Disappointment tonight for the town of Kingsville. Ontario has rejected the town's bid to buy Kingsville District High School and Kingsville Public School, both closed in June 2024. Under new provincial rules, municipalities cannot automatically purchase closed schools. They must either bid in the open market or purchase them for, quote, provincial priorities, such as affordable housing or long-term care. The province did not provide a reason for rejecting the town's offer. The mayor says they wanted to get the properties to make sure they could control their future use.
The last thing that we would want is, someone to come in and they buy it and then they sit on it for a number of years, right? So, that's one thing that you've seen in other areas where it's, someone buys a property and, the financial pieces don't make sense and the economy's not there. And to have those 2 buildings sit there, I think would be a detriment to our community.
If you're driving around Windsor, Tecumseh, and LaSalle this weekend, be sure to have some change handy. It's Goodfellows Paper Sales Weekend. The annual drive is now through Saturday night. The organization is celebrating 115 years and proudly boasts that 95 cents from every dollar goes to help someone in our community. They hope to collect $375,000 to support their food bank, children's breakfast programs, school nutrition plans, and lunch bags for the homeless.
It's been surprising this year, even though, there might have been some economic trouble this year. There has been some pretty generous people giving 5s, 10s, 20s. Some people getting the occasional 50, but most cases, people give whatever they can.
CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald will join me with your full weekend weather details coming up in 2 minutes' time.
Coming up, we're at the dance bar.
And we're going to try to do that.
And not break anything.
CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald joins me now with your local weather forecast.
Thanks, Michelle. We are still cold and windy tonight. The overnight temperature down to about -3, feeling like -10 before dawn Friday morning. Increasing cloudiness and again, still gusty. Could see winds in that 40 to 50 kilometer per hour wind gust range, sustained winds in the upper 20s, low 30s. Today was a day in which we were below seasonal for a daytime high. Mostly cloudy, a few flurries, and of course the winds exceeded 40 We saw gusts in the 60+ neighborhood in and around Windsor, Essex, towards Chatham, Kent, along the north shores of Lake Erie, even steadier and stronger winds. So let's talk big picture here as we go forward. We anticipate still snow squall activity. You can see a lot of it just being driven in off of Lake Huron into the Midwestern tier of southern Ontario. That's the Snowbelt region, just getting hammered, right? Listowel, if you're in Shelburne, that's where we're seeing upwards of 10, 15+ centimeters of snowfall. For us, just light streams, very light precipitation tallies. We're talking about scattered flakes, flurries that are, relatively speaking, widespread and intermittent passages, not anticipating any real accumulations over the next 24 hours for us in extreme southwestern Ontario. But it is cold and windy. Still looking at those winds in that 25 to 35 range, sustained with gusts 40 plus, maybe upwards of 50 in some areas, and -3 is the low point before dawn tomorrow. Feels like about -10. Yes, it's been quite cold. Tomorrow, increasing cloudiness. We're looking at a high +1, then 2, then 4, all on the plus sides for highs, but the lows will be anywhere from about -1 to -4. Flurries for Saturday, a possibility, more so a mix of rain, showers, and flurries for Sunday. Then fairer weather, a mixture of sun and cloud for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a nice 4-day stretch, but temperatures below seasonal by about 4 to 5 degrees. Daytime highs will fluctuate between -1 and +1 over that stretch, but if you wear the extra layers, that sunshine, fair weather cloud will do you very well.
Thanks, Gary. Well, the chill and the wind today couldn't keep the Lions fans home as the NFL took over downtown Windsor for the big game against the Packers. Our Bob Belichico was there for all the football fun.
Go Lions! Willett Avenue was shut down between Park and University as the city of Windsor hosted a Detroit Lions block party. Fans were there at 10 a.m. ready to hang out and cheer for their team.
Oh my God, every year, Thanksgiving game, go Lions, go! Woo!
Taking the day off to be here?
I absolutely took the day off, but I did open the restaurant before I came here, so it's not all for lunch.
A special occasion for Harper Marchand, who was celebrating her birthday, cheering for the Lions.
It's so exciting because I'm gonna be here for the best team.
Playing hooky on your birthday, you know, to celebrate the best team, go Lions.
The Lions partnered with the City of Windsor to set up the block party, featuring a 32-foot screen with a lot of activations for fans, from face painting for kids and adults to a scavenger hunt and more.
A challenge for all Lions fans that are here. So they scan 4 QR codes all around the block, and then they'll be entered into a giveaway for 2 signed Lions items.
Last year we went to the party at the Factory House. It was incredible. The NFL put on an amazing show, and honestly this year they 10x'd it, and how could you not be here?
A lot of Lions fans. These guys are all decked out in their gear, and we got one cheesehead in the crowd.
I like them because my favorite color is green, and they were really good when I first watched them, so now they're my favorite.
It's a great time. Everybody, you know what, even though Lions fans, Packers fans, and we're the same.
Hundreds braved the cold and watched the game outside. How awesome is it right now to be watching Lions football in downtown Windsor?
This is super awesome. I love this. This is an amazing time. It's a great community. It's a great time. I wish the city would do more of this.
Amazing! Having such a good time down there. We thank you guys for supporting Windsor.
Others watched from inside.
People are excited. There's something exciting to be happening in Windsor, Ontario.
Bob Belichico, CTV News.
That is just the beginning of the weekend fun. Here's our Melanie Kentner and Johnny Parks from Virgin Radio with another installment of What's Up, YQG.
Yeah, we're at the dance bar with, as you can see, some excellent dancers. So, Johnny, are you a good dancer?
I'm not that good, but yeah, I can kind of run. Sure. This is Blake and Lindsay from the Dance Bar. Can you tell us about Dancing with the Easter Seal Stars?
Absolutely. We have an incredible event filled with lots of dancing, great food, and a night of entertainment for you guys at Caesars.
Let's live it up. Look at her dancing. Just take it off.
We have sold out all 700 tickets, which is amazing, but you can still vote for your favorite celebrity at dancingeasterseals.org.
Well, I know my favorite celebrity is going to be Stephanie, our anchor, and she's been working for weeks on the jive. But how many other local celebrities are there?
We have paired 10 local celebrities with the incredible talent we have here in Windsor.
Yes, we'd like to thank our local participating studios. We have Art of Dance, Wind City Salsa, Rivertown Dance Academy, and Ballroom at its Best participating with us in the event.
And of course, the big winners are Easter Seals. Can you tell us about where the money is going?
This organization helps to provide financial aid for children with disabilities and their families, and as well as this amazing camp opportunities where kids of all capabilities can go. They can stay overnight, they can zip line, they can swim. It's just a really fantastic opportunity.
Well, that is a great cause. Johnny and I didn't make the cut this year, but I think we should still try out a few steps. What do you think?
Okay.
All right, we're going to start off taking it by the hands here. Melody, you're going to step out on your right foot. Johnny, you're going to step out on your left foot. Then Melody's going to step in on her left. Johnny, wrap around. And then the big moment, we go, woo. And there it is.
Well, thank you so much, guys. That was a very interesting and humbling experience, but I think we learned a few things.
I think I pulled something, actually. So.
Okay, now we're going to talk about what else is going on this weekend.
Yeah, Bright Lights Windsor kicking off, and it's going to be going on until January 7th at Jackson Park.
Oh, I love that show. And there's also going to be some holiday music at the casino.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Yeah, the Tenors. I got an all-ages show going on Friday night as well at the Coliseum stage.
Perfect. And keep in mind, we're still giving away Tourism Windsor Essex gift guide.
Yeah, you've got your chance to do that with the code word TWEPI. Enter that on the CTV website.
Well, good luck, everyone, and good luck to all the dancers. Thank you so much for teaching us everything. We put all of the links online, and that's What's Up YKG.
Thanks, guys. Well, we showed you the Spitfires game here last night, but here's a stat we missed sharing with you. Fans put up big numbers last night for $1 hot dog night. An incredible 5,660 hot dogs were purchased at the game last night alone. But it wasn't just about the snacks last night. The team was also collecting non-perishables for Cans for a Cause, supporting the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. On the markets, the TSX gained just 16 points, and American markets were closed, of course, for the Thanksgiving holiday. The Canadian dollar is up 0.13 of a cent today, and on commodity markets, gold lost almost $13 an ounce, but oil gained 45 cents a barrel.
Cans for a Cause is back for its 22nd year.
Join us as we broadcast live from Devonshire Mall.
We'll be collecting cash and non-perishable food items for the Society of St. Vincent de Paul.
We need your help, generosity, and goodwill.
Visit us online for more information.
The Prime Minister was in Calgary today signing a memorandum of understanding with the Alberta government, paving the way for a new pipeline to BC. With more on the agreement and the opposition it still faces, here's CTV's Mike Lecouture.
Danielle Smith's excitement could not be contained. Alberta isn't getting a bitumen pipeline yet, but it is one step closer.
This agreement includes a clear path to the construction of an over 1 million barrel per day Indigenous co-owned bitumen pipeline to Asian markets.
If everything goes smoothly, senior government officials say construction could start in 2029. But there's one important caveat.
If there's not a private sector component, there won't be a pipeline.
That's just one of the conditions as laid out in the agreement, as is Indigenous co-ownership and collaboration with BC to share the benefits. There has to be a new carbon pricing agreement, and the Pathways Carbon Capture project must move forward for the pipeline to do the same.
I don't know that the Prime Minister would have agreed to a new bitumen pipeline without Pathways, and we wouldn't have agreed to Pathways without a new bitumen pipeline.
The carbon storage program is key to Canada meeting its commitment of achieving net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. The federal Conservatives are criticizing the process, saying the Prime Minister could push this ahead using existing legislation.
We even supported him, gives him the power to approve it. So we only need him to do one thing for this pipeline to happen. Get out of the way.
A pipeline would go through BC, but that province wasn't part of this deal. And the Bloc Québécois says it's a dangerous precedent.
The federal government making a deal in order to backstab a province and its jurisdiction.
Alberta has until July 1st to submit a pipeline project application to the new Major Projects Office. If all conditions are met, then the federal government will make an exemption to the oil tanker ban on the BC coast. Mike Lecouture, CTV News, Ottawa.
New tonight, and as a result of that deal, Environment Minister Stephen Guilbeault is resigning from Prime Minister Mark Carney's cabinet. Guilbeault issued a statement saying he cannot support a pipeline or accept missing greenhouse gas targets. He plans to still stay on as a Liberal MP. Meantime, more reaction now. BC Premier David Eby says Alberta's proposed pipeline project has already distracted from getting other projects off the ground. Eby pointed to Saskatchewan-based ocean-based potash giant Nutrien, which says it chose Washington for its ocean terminal on the west coast over BC. BC, as mentioned, was not included in the negotiations between Carney and Smith. EB also pointed out the MOU doesn't include support from the coastal First Nation, nor is it clear who will build the pipeline.
Pipeline proposal has no project proponent. There is not one private company that has stepped up to say, if you build it, we'll buy it. If the approvals are in place, we'll build it. Not one.
A growing crime problem in Canadian communities these days is the sex trafficking of women and children. As CTV's Adrian Gobio reports, calls to a hotline last year reached an all-time high, with every expectation it will be the same this year.
Forced into sex work, criminals preyed on Tamia Nagy's vulnerability.
You work 20 hours days. You mainly perform sexual services. You could serve up to 10, 15 clients a day. I was lucky enough that I started out in a strip joint.
Living in poverty in 1998 in Budapest, Hungary, as a 21-year-old, she traveled to Toronto after answering a newspaper ad posted for an overseas nanny.
It was very clear in a very short period of time that the agency is not a real agency. It was an international human trafficking ring.
The Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline received just over 5,100 calls in 2024, an all-time high. A similar number is expected by the end of this year as well.
We need every province in Canada to adapt an anti-human trafficking strategy.
Individuals aren't just being forced into the sex trade. The United Nations has called Canada's temporary worker program a breeding ground for contemporary slavery.
They're using tactics like fear, intimidation, threats, sometimes physical violence and abuse.
Families are also being warned of children being lured through direct messages while playing games on electronic devices.
Young boys, they can also actually be trafficked. Just educate yourself. You don't think it makes a huge difference, but I'm telling you, knowledge is the key.
Nagy was able to escape and has dedicated her life to save someone else from having to walk in her shoes. If you're watching this and believe that you may be a victim or you're concerned about the well-being of someone you know, please call the Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline or your local Victim Services Centre. Adrian Gobio, CTV News, Toronto.
Discussion here at Windsor City Hall.
Windsor's top stories.
A major project is about to get underway.
Breaking news alerts.
Severe weather is a possibility.
And watch live.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
Download the CTV News app.
You can once again donate blood here in Windsor. Canadian Blood Services has officially resumed blood donations at the Plasma Donor Centre on Howard Avenue. The site opened last January as a plasma-only centre, replacing the old Grand Maris Clinic. But now both blood and plasma donations will happen under one roof. The agency says the need for blood is expected to climb about 10% over the next 5 years. They hope the return to blood collections will help them meet that demand. A Windsor family is in London tonight for a very different reason. As CTV's Brian Bicknell reports, they aren't in the Children's Hospital like they're used to. They're participating in a special fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
11-year-old Marcus and brother 8-year-old Mason have some fun around their family's tree of joy. Marcus has leukemia, and he and his family recently took a trip to Disney World in Florida for his Make-A-Wish Canada wish. So what did he like best?
Roller coasters.
The family from Windsor is taking part in the Make-A-Wish Trees of Joy event, where a custom festive tree is decorated for every child's favorite things and taken to the family home. As for Marcus, in and out of Children's Hospital in London for the past 3 years, parents Cindy and Adrian say Make-A-Wish is a break from the stress.
The tough times, it was, supporting Marcus and just another way they have really contributed to our family and making sure that, we've just a breath of relief, and especially during the holidays, and really makes our son and our family, really happy to be here, and that support that they've shown us over the years.
We went to Disney, and it was a wonderful family trip to not worry about anything and just be kids and a family, and this too, just kind of puts all the stress behind and try to move forward.
Trees of Joy is supporting 20 children with critical illness and their families, up from 16 last year. Across Ontario, 1,200 children are waiting for their wish, according to CEO Megan Stovall-McKnight.
Because wishes are medicine. And through events like Trees of Joy, we are able to raise money to make these wishes come true because we receive no government funding. Each of these kids is on their own journey with critical illness, and they have been prescribed a wish to help support them on that journey.
The Trees of Joy London event raised $200,000 through various sponsors.
And so each of these sponsors here today has given $10,000 to wish it forward to a child who received their wish next year.
Brian Bicknell, CTV News.
Let's check one last time on the weather. Here's CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald with your exclusive 7-day forecast.
Michelle, I'm anticipating still a windy night, a windy morning, increase in cloudiness for your Friday. Not likely to see any flurries until late Friday night into early Saturday morning. Temperatures +1, then 2, then 4 on the plus side, but still below seasonal. And that mixture could mean some ice pellets, maybe even some freezing rain Sunday. So watch out for that and travel carefully, no doubt. Fair weather, a mixture of sun and cloud, a nice 4-day stretch setting up, at least in terms of the fact that we're not likely to see any precipitation Monday through to Thursday of next week. Highs will be +1, lows about -1 in terms of daytime highs. That's your range. And then morning temperatures will be colder still. -3, -4, feeling like about -10. Certainly a cold stretch that continues.
Which is great news for the town of LaSalle. The skating loop is officially set to open Friday night at LaSalle Landing. The event starts with a ribbon cutting scheduled for 6:30, followed by a community skate, weather permitting, of course. As you can see, Mayor Maluske got the first skate this week, sharing photos of her first spin on the brand new trail. Once open, the outdoor ice trail will be open daily from 9 until 10 o'clock. Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much for supporting local news. I'll see you right back here tomorrow night at 6.